Now we'll enter into the today's third session on AI and data-driven. I invite Mrs. G. Pratisha to introduce about our subject expertise.
It's my pleasure to welcome you all to this session of the conference. Today we have with us a distinguished academician, researcher and a trainer who work as significantly contributed to the management, education and professional training. Our speaker for this session is Professor Dr. Ramakrishna Yellamanchili. He is a professor at Institute of Public Enterprise, Hyderabad. He is a professor of finance and strategy with more than 25 years of experience in teaching, training, research and consulting. He trained thousands of students, faculty members and small business owners on various topics of managerial skills, financial skills, startup and entrepreneurship. He is an evangelist of artificial intelligence tools and promotes application of AI for academic excellence, business growth and employee productivity. In the last 3 years, he trained about 12,500 faculty members on AI tool and innovative pedagogy. During the same period, he trained about 19,000 students. Professor Ramakrishna conducted management development programs for the employees of Maharatna and Navaratna central public sector enterprise like NMDC, BDL, SSCL, IRMRI, NALCO, NIH, Balmer Lorry, Mazagong, NSIC, CTTC, PNB, SBI, Canara Bank, Mahanadi, Coalfields, FACT, ISRO, Power Grid, SAIL, NRSC and many more. Professor Ramakrishna does extensive research using time series, cross-sectional and panel data. He authored 7 books and published 72 research papers in nationally and internationally reputed academic journals. He successfully completed 2 projects sponsored by ICSR and 2 projects sponsored by United Nations Development Program. For a short period, he worked as consultant in USA. Professor Ramakrishna obtained his MBA degree from Kakatiya University, PhD from Jawaharlal Nehru Technology University, Hyderabad, and FDP from IIM Ahmedabad. He uses digital platform to reach audience across the world. Through his YouTube channel, Archiversity, he provides free lectures on various managerial skills. Daily, on average, 750 students from all over the world watch his video lectures. We are truly honored to have such an accomplished scholar and mentor with us today. Without taking much of your time, I now invite Professor Dr. Ramakrishna, sir, to deliver his session. Sir, the stage is yours.
My session is on artificial intelligence and mostly in data-driven education. All right. Data-driven education is nothing new, but because of advent of artificial intelligence, it's gained a momentum. In the sense, most of the times now, earlier days also there was a data. We have a statistics. We used to run the statistical analysis, try to understand the trends, patterns, phenomena and all. But now what is happening is, today we have a gigantic amount of data. A large volume of data is coming from across multiple sources and all. That's one. The scale of operations has been increased. All this is creating or giving us more data to work. Now, how is that as an educationalist, as a faculty, researchers or students who are going to be a prospective faculty members in future, how is that we leverage data so that we can bring transformation in education? Right, that's the core idea of this entire session. Now, this will be into 3 parts. I'll introduce you what are the various artificial intelligence networks that we use, then what are their implications in academics and all, and how to leverage them. These are the learning outcomes. But before that, I'll show you one small video clip. Not a video clip, I'll show you. This is my website, YouTube channel, I can say, YouTube channel. But don't worry about this, because unless otherwise you are into finance or statistics, this YouTube is not going to help you out. But fine, if you are statistics and all, it will help. I'm not going, I'll show you 1 or 2 simple things from this, not as a videos, but yeah. Can you observe the videos there, and can you look at the timing there, how much of a time each video is about? 9 minutes, 6 minutes, 14 minutes, 6 minutes and all. Now, why is that these videos are made only in 4 minutes or 5 minutes or 6 minutes? Because earlier when I started working with this, if you look at some other video, what's the duration of this video? It is 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and like this. This is a core idea of showing you for this. Now the question that I'm going to ask you is, why those videos are short? Why those videos are short? These videos which I made somewhere around 2020, during COVID time and during that period. So why those videos are in 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Normally when you go for a MOOCs or any other courses or video lectures on YouTube, you find 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But as against to them, these videos are a 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minutes and all. So can you make a guess of why this may be? Yeah, just random guesses you can make. No issues. Randomly you can make a guess. Attention, good, very good. Attention, nice. Then any other? Core idea of the topic has been given, okay. Time saving for the participant audiences and all, fine. Okay, I'll ask you one more question. Every one of you watch YouTube very frequently. Right, in a YouTube when you get some advertisement saying that advertisement and they'll come a skip in 5 seconds and all. How many of you eagerly wait for that 5 seconds to skip it? Immediately we skip this. Why? We don't even have a patience of waiting for 5 seconds also. But we need to remember that that 5 seconds which the ad which is actually played there is giving us the video. Am I right or wrong? So sponsor, someone who is doing that, they are paying a money for our video. They are paying our tuition fees. But still we don't have any gratitude. Say that before 5 seconds, you eagerly wait, 5 seconds, 0, tuck, we'll change it. Now this is what we talk about a data-driven education. Now earlier, if you look at how many of you do Insta Reels? Any of you? Insta Reels or YouTube Shorts? Why? It is only for younger generation? Huh? Younger generation and all? No, we need to do. I do. See, Insta Reels, Insta is the one, first it came with the 30-second video clips. Then it is saying that 1 minute, 60 seconds. YouTube was a, what you call as a lagger, in the sense it was stayed lag behind Insta. Then it entered and it says YouTube Shorts, 1 minute, 60 seconds, 30 seconds and 1 second, was 60 seconds. Why? Because all these are being done with the audience interest. In the sense when audiences are there, when they are watching a video or anything, how much of a time they can sit, or how much of a time an audience or a teacher, we can make our audiences sit there or listen to our lectures or watch our videos. So that's where all these new innovations has been done. Now this is a data-driven education which we are talking about. But way back when I'm doing my MBA program in 1997, 1999, in marketing, we learned that any advertisement should not exceed 30 seconds. You watch any advertisement, Cadbury, Thumbs Up, Coke, any advertisements will be only for a short time period. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Even in TV commercials also you see 15-second commercial or 30-second. 30-second commercial is a very big commercial. Now this I'm talking about 1997 and 99, during that time. That time itself, as a management person, I know that we can grab the attention of a participants or a viewers just for 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Thereafter, it loses. Now, slowly, because of advent of AI into all these things, now we are reinventing that wheel, saying that any video clips or any content that we make for education should be data-driven. What is that the audiences are? Now, the point that comes is, what kind of AI technology that we use? So my session will be flowing like this. So first I'll start with introducing you something like why AI in education, because all the time there is a controversy. AI in pharmaceutical, nobody questions. AI in engineering, nobody questions. AI in computer science, nobody questions. When it comes to AI in education, everyone questions. Why AI in education? It is unethical, plagiarism, it is killing the creativity of the teachers. Students are not able to learn, their learning adaptability is going down. No, AI should be there everywhere. When every industry, every sector is using AI, why not academics? Why not education? So that's, we look at why AI in education, the context that we will sit and all, then key AI networks that we need to use. Because when we are talking about artificial intelligence, generally the common man have an idea that artificial intelligence means GPT. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or Perplexity. These are the things which actually springs into our mind. No, AI is not just GPT. GPT is the latest one or the last one I can say. Now there are many other things which we can use. Then what are the practical applications of artificial intelligence or each of these networks in education system and how we can do that. Then enhancing student learning, how we can leverage artificial intelligence, the data that we collect from the different sources and all, how we analyze it and enhance the student learning. Then smarter assessments we can do, and your action plan, in the sense if you have to go for AI use and all. And at the end of this, I'll also demonstrate you a few things, in the sense how is that using a data we can make an assessment of the individuals. Some one or two projects which I am working on, I'll show that. In addition to that, using an AI, these days AI become a very easy and for everyone to develop. Now as somebody was reading my profile, if you look at my profile beginning from today till date, I have nowhere any connection with engineering, nor a mathematics, nor a physics, nothing. All commerce. But today AI gave me so much of a flexibility that I started creating my own AI tools. So I'll demonstrate those tools also for you, so that you get a flavor of whether we can do AI tools or not. Now, why AI in education? The first and foremost thing is, in India almost we have a 1300 plus universities, private, public sector and all, diverse across the country. Nowadays, private universities are outnumbering government, state and central universities. More private universities are coming, and in future more private universities are going to come. In Hyderabad or Telangana, we have, I guess, equal number of state universities and private universities. Every corner in Hyderabad, I guess, every corner in Hyderabad we have a private university. So one corner Chaitanya University, one corner Aurora University, one corner Mahindra University, Mallareddy, 3 universities. Likewise, many universities are there. Students are coming and doing. So hundreds of universities, and India, as you know, 100, near 130, 140 across of population are diverse. Diversity is there. Then and levels of education, levels of understanding is completely different. Even today, after 76 years of independence in this country, when we say that in North or Delhi and all, people talk about social sciences, people talk about civil services and all. When it comes to the South, in the sense Telangana, Andhra, Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, we talk about engineering and medicine. And in few places, education is not at all there. Now that's the diversity of the country. And this actually poses a question or a challenge for us. How is that we handle so much of a data and integrate or design a courses which help everyone? That's one. Second is, I am talking about a 50 million population. This is enrolled into higher education in the country. So many courses starting from arts, science, commerce, and you go to private university websites, you get shocked with the kind of a courses that they are offering. Hundreds of courses have been there 2.5 years at Institute of Public Enterprise, and personally, we have been trained almost 15,000 faculty members across the country and around 25,000 students. Now, everyone is talking about AI. Someone is talking about AI in biology, chemistry, all this. But core is that, how is that I use AI in my particular area? Everyone says it is a ChatGPT only which I am using. No, beyond that. Then National Education Policy of 2020 also mandates that there should be a component of ICT, information technology, information communication technology should be there, and the students should be given a enhanced. Then another thing is dropout rate. Almost people who are enrolling for higher education, 30% is dropped out. And especially when it comes to the online education, online courses and all, we see that many dropouts. Percentage of people who do not complete is very high. Now, if I look at the courses in a Coursera or EdTech and all, if Coursera, then Udemy and all, there will be hundreds of registrations, but people who complete course is only 15 or 20%. That means 80% is dropping out. Now, the challenges, as I mentioned here, heterogeneous learners background, faculty overload, large size of classes. Earlier, in our Indian knowledge system or earlier days, in what you call a Shantiniketan kind of a thing, Gurukula kind of a thing, where 20 students will be there with one faculty. Or even our regulators mention that 1:15. So every 15 students, that should be one faculty member about a class. But here class sizes will be institutions with a 60, 100, 120. I have taught in some places where class size is 100 120. Then how is it the faculty members get a hold of all the 100 students in a class? Then limited formative feedback loops. All the feedbacks that we do is a summative assessments, end of the semester. Most of our exams, patterns, everything is end of the semester assessment only. But end of the semester, if a student completes a semester, you assess them, give a grade, what is the use? How is that you are going to learn that whether student learned anything during a period or not? But we have an internal assessment system or a continuous evaluation system. We don't pay much attention towards the continuous evaluation system. Even in a continuous evaluation system also, we again go for a same summative assessment, midterm examination. Or one assignment is given, go complete assignment. That is again a summative assessment. There is no formative assessments is done. But with the advent of AI, with the data-driven of education and AI, we can design formative assessments on a continuous basis. All right. Then rigid one-size-fits-for-all curricula. So here, let us say, when I came here, I was asking Kavita ma'am, sir, ma'am, what is the audience profile? She said there are BEd, MEd students, there are faculty members, there are researchers. Now this is really a big challenge. Now to whom I need to address? Because the level of understanding of each is different. The outcome, that is the expected outcome of the each participant here is different. Now how is it I address? I can't say that, okay, this is one curricula which I am putting, this is fit for everyone, may not be. So I try to see that each and every one of you take some outcomes, not any complete thing. So this is not with it. Then AI opportunities, personalized learning at a scale. We can identify individuals in class who is that, what they are doing, and we can train them or coach them on personalized things. Then real-time learner analytics and alerts, intelligent tutoring systems, then AI-assisted research accelerations. Rarely, faculty have a personal interaction with the students in a class, because faculty, let us say in my class there are 60 students, faculty will interact with only 1 or 2 students, best students of the class or a faculty's most favorite student. All concentration go with only that particular students, remaining all gone case. Remaining 55 gone case. This is not true here. This is staying from Mahabharata. Drona loves Arjuna, not everyone else. All right. So many other people are there, came for a learning, and he says, no, I will teach only to Arjuna. He is my favorite student. I will give all this. So that's, in a sense, it is a one individual centric, but AI help you to identify each and every student and give a personalized coaching to individual students. That's a core idea here I'm going to advocate. When it comes to the artificial intelligence and its applications in education or in data-driven, you don't need to worry about learning all these concepts, but you should understand what these concepts are and how these concepts is going to help you out. All right? You don't need to learn this, because this is not our cup of tea. We as educators, our objective is to tell someone that this is what I need. And there are hundreds of software developers are there who can do that for you. But we should know which tool we can use for what. So one is artificial neural networks. I guess many of you are here with a background of education, am I right? BEd, MEd and all. You have a psychology course where you try to understand the student psychology and all. Then how the psychology works. Maybe you are aware of this, what you call cognitive dissonances, cognitions, how cognitions frame into, then your learning happens. And then what is that Pavlov's learning theory kind of a thing, right? These are all will be there. So artificial neural networks works in similar line, all right? Then you have a CNNs, convolutional neural networks, then RNNs, recurrent neural networks, and LSTM, long short-term memory networks, GAN, then generative adversarial neural networks, and transformer networks, GPTs. So among all the 6, the last one is a GPT, which we are using most popularly. But we are supposed to learn remaining 5, or at least we should know what other 5 are. So quickly we go with those networks. When it comes to artificial neural networks, they work like a human brain. As in a human, we have a neurons which tries to guess and understand what patterns and all. Based on that, we'll make an opinion. So suppose if I show you like this, something like this. So I describe this. What is this? What is this? A mobile phone, okay. Now what is this? Backside of a mobile phone, okay. Apple, mobile phone. What is the difference? And if I show this way, what is this? Mobile phone. Now how you are able to explain, or how you are able to tell this? See, first you said mobile phone, Then at 10, you said the backside of the mobile phone. Somebody said it is an iPhone. And when I shown you this, then also you said you are able to tell it is a mobile phone. How you were able to tell this? Especially people from psychology, understanding psychology, neurons, cognitives and all. Tell me. So specific size and all, okay. But how is it? These are technical things. But how you identify that this is a mobile phone? Yeah, ma'am? Branding, it is there in your mind and all. Good. Apple is a brand, that you fine. But mobile? Perception. Okay, we framed a perception, right? On what basis we framed a perception? On what basis we framed a perception? Yeah? Shape and size and all, because we are being trained like that. So showing something, this is just we'll go back to your school days when you were taught alphabets and all. How is it? A for apple. Even today also we feel A for apple, B for bat, and somebody shows the bat and tells us this is a bat, this is a bat. Then that simply goes into your neurons. Your neurons understands that and says that, okay, this is a bat. If any time it comes you can say that, okay, this is a bat. Your neurons, in the sense, your past experiences, all the things which keeps on working and makes anything which you show, says that, okay, this is what. Now that's how the artificial intelligence works. ANN works on that. Now here, when your artificial neural networks, what is that we can do is, simply we can predict a student performance at risk or risk identification, then dropout probability modelings, then grade prediction, and course recommendations, example SWAYAM courses and all. Madam would be very happy for this. So ANNs are helped, because now just again another conversation we were having with them. Ma'am was saying that, okay, we may have a new courses and you add Indian knowledge system into that, then the probability of getting it. Or why is that the government is in a SWAYAM courses, they come up with certain thing that, okay, we want courses only on this topic, this topic, this topic. Why not every topic? Because I am good at teaching corporate finance. Why don't you give me an opportunity to teach a MOOC in corporate finance? Because it's a market driven. SWAYAM courses are there already, which is there in existing system. We don't want that. We want something different, which is not frequently available, or where your expertise, your services are limited to only one place, but we want to expand it to the entire system. So all these things works based on the data. Large volume of data, research and concerning opinions and all. So that's how we work. Then, as I said, IIT Madras uses ANN models for NPTEL branding and all. TensorFlow, PyTorch, these are the things, technical things you don't need to worry about, but we need to see that, okay, if you want to use artificial neural networks, go to any computer person who is good at Python, Anaconda and all, tell that, boss, I want this, they will do for you. You don't need to do. There are many people who are sitting idle by learning Python or R and all. So you can go to them, ask them, they run an analysis and give it. But we should know that, okay, if you want to design such kind of things, if you want to predict the students' requirements or what is the courses that is required, then all ANNs. Then comes the convolutional neural networks. Now convolutional neural networks, just I'll give you a simple example and we'll start. For the last 2 months, I am training people of Konda Lakshman Horticulture University. Konda Lakshman Horticulture University, I am teaching AI for Horticulture University students. Now you look at my profile and all, it completely looks absurd for the outsiders. I am a finance faculty member, nowhere learned computer engineering, nothing, but all the time teaching AI. For Konda Lakshman Konda Lakshman University, Horticulture Universities, I am teaching AI and commercialization of their horticulture and all. There, I used to ask them to learn 2 things. One is the CNNs. CNNs are convolutional neural networks. These are called as a image captures or a vision networks, image or a vision. Now, just before giving this example, normally because I keep on experimenting and all, just madam asked me to sit there, session is going on. So instead of sitting quietly, what I did is I opened a Google Lens. Then I thought of whether my image, Google will capture me or not. So I opened a Google Lens, went to my photo gallery, identify one of my photo and said that, come and tell about this photo. Because that online lecture I am giving, that photo I gave, and it said Professor Ramakrishna, Institute of Public Enterprise. Backside my building, college building is there. It identified the college building. And it also, I asked it to suggest any other. It suggested me 10 different video lectures of mine on YouTube. Just looking at my image, it identified, scrolled the entire thing and said that, okay, this kind of a person is there in a so-and-so places. That is your convolutional neural network. So today there is nothing that we can say that there is not going to happen. Now, and what is it I am teaching for entrepreneurs related to this is, in entrepreneurs, we come across with, let us say, I'll give simple examples. Take for example, mango is there, mango plantation. Nowadays, you have a hybrid mango plant, smaller ones. But in the olden days, mango plantations or orchards, or in Hyderabad, they used to call as a bags. Bashir Bagh, Kundan Bagh, all these bags are mango plantations of during that time. Bags, mango plantations here, somewhere around 10 to 12 feet height. From their branches, mangoes will be somewhere, some corner. Now, farmers used to use some stick and a bucket kind of a thing, pull it. Some used to take the tree and cut. But artificial intelligence can be used to design a robo. We call it as a robo, hand-pick robo, and which has been run with a drone or what we call as a unarmored aerial machines. Or unmanned aerial machines. So no man is required. Simply there is a technology. Then you have a drone, fly it. It will go to the tree, top of the tree or entire tree places, small hand kind of a thing, hand picker. And it uses some NIR technology, non-infrared technology, runs that technology onto the mango. And if mango is ripened, then plucks it and brings down back. That's the technology. Whichever mango is ripened, it simply picks only that mango, plucks and puts down. Similarly, someone from Goa, some institution in Goa, they designed coconut plucker. So there is a machine, robo kind of a thing. It goes to the tree and identifies the ripened coconuts and brings them down. Now these all happens with convolutional neural networks. Now coming to the education, how is that we can use the convolutional neural networks? I have some example with you. I'll show you that. Before that, I'll tell you. Now as a teacher, I am here. Students are, you are all assuming that you are all students from different streams and all. Now, each of you have a different expressions. Each of you have different expressions. Somebody is keenly interesting to me, somebody is feeling bored, somebody is looking at a mobile, somebody is looking at me but thinking something there. So these are the different expressions. Now class is 100, 100 is there. Now, I can use a convolutional neural network, put a camera here, capture all your facial readings, and based on that, we read your mood states. How attentive you are. I'm running on some kind of that kind of work. I'll show you the data also. How is that? Because in our IP, we have a classrooms where we have a LCD projector. Not LCD projector, everyone we have. We have a cameras. Entire lecture is captured by the camera. If I am taking a class for 75 minutes, entire 75, as now this video is, they are recording the video lecture. Now after this video lecture, I'll give this video lecture to because this video is looking at myself. But if you put it in the audience side, we can see that, take that video clip, put it to the AI and ask it to read the facial expressions of the participants and give me the list. Then based on that, we can assess whether the students were able to pay attention or not. That's where we can use the CNN technology. All right. Then facial expressions analysis of students' engagement in the class, automatic grading of a handwritten examinations and all. Now Osmania University follows online evaluation. So people write, they scan it, they send it to the faculty members, and faculty are evaluating now. In the down the line, faculty will not evaluate, just automatically AI will evaluate the answers. Then accessibility tools, sign languages, recognition for classrooms, optical character recognition for heritage manuscript designations. Now CNN's another example is in Tamil Nadu or Tiruchi or somewhere, where they designed an CNN based technology which identifies elephants' movements onto the railway track. Or during a Sankranti period of this year, maybe in Elur and other places, the police department caught the people who are playing cards in somewhere, and directly they went to their homes and arrested them. Because the drones capture the image, and using the image, put it into a database of your Aadhaar card and match the address, went to home and picked the people. So all these technologies work with the CNNs. Then you have RNNs and LSTMs. RNNs are recurrent neural networks, and LSTM are long short-term memory models. These are basically your statistical models, where if you are working on a time series data, if you have a large time series data and you want to analyze the time series data, try to identify the trends and all, then we use a recurrent neural networks and long short-term memory models. Now, how is that we can use this is now identifying a student's performance or speech-to-text recognition, monitoring learning, and chatbot tutors. For all these, we use RNNs. And when it comes to the long short-term memory models, then academic trajectory of predicting. Now, using, let us say, student CE1, CE2, midterm examination, end-term examination, and student's placement. If you are trying to assess that, we can use a long short-term memory. I'll show one example for this also. Or personalized content sequencing across the entire course, how an individual student is performing, and what is that we can give to the students and all. That also can be done with this. Early warning systems for cumulative learning apps, then automated reading comprehension and summarizations. So these all can be used with long short-term memory models. Then generative adversarial networks. Now this is one new trend, because as I said, I am going to demonstrate you a few AI models or tools or whatever which I was working in and I am developing. I need a data. All right. Now where from I am going to get the data? One is secondary sources. If data is available, fine. But if I want a large volume of a data, getting that is a difficult challenge. Now these generative adversarial networks will help you to generate synthetic data. Synthetic data is artificially generated by the AI tool itself. Now every time you are running this GAN models, what they do is, for every problem or solution that you are working on, they generate synthetic data or artificial data, and they compare artificial data with another data and keeps on running it, and that's how it builds a model. Right? It keeps on working. So now for many machine learning models, like as we are saying, convolutional neural networks, ANNs or RNN, LSTM, many times if you want to run that model, data availability is very scarce. Data you will not get. So instead of getting a data from different sources and all, you can ask a generative AI to generate a synthetic data of its own and use that data and run the analysis, so that you will be able to know whether your model is working perfectly or not. Then once your demo kind of a thing is done, then you can take a real-time data and put that and run the analysis. That is the second stage. But for initial running, testing your model, you can use a synthetic data. So synthetic data sets generate large, rare learning disorders, or auto-generating of diverse examination questions and scenarios, creating personalized learning simulations, then detecting AI-generated student submissions. Now, I guess any of your kids or known people recently appeared for CBSE 10th examination, CBSE class 10. First paper is which one, ma'am? Mathematics. Why students shocked after coming from a math exam? Many students, right? There's a general talk that students were not happy with the mathematics paper. What may be the reason why they were saying? Yeah, the pattern of a questions is not what actually they learned. They follow some textbook, R.S. Gupta or some textbook and other textbooks, and CBSE syllabus, NCERT books and all. The question pattern, no, not after, within the syllabus only, sir. Syllabus within the syllabus only, but the pattern of the questions were different. Because this time, CBSE started generating a questions using artificial intelligence. Faculty who did that, they given a try to this, because every time same set of questions, same pattern, everything, students used to get that pattern. That's what we learn in our, what is called Pavlov's learning theory. So you just keep on training a one person or individuals or this act, automatically they get tuned for that. All right. So, and now students are getting tuned for it, and there is no surprise, no shock element. So everyone is getting a score. Now this time they changed the version. In the sense, simply using a different models like GANs, they created a questionnaire and give a new set of a question paper, which was a surprise to the many. In examinations also we do the same thing. See, in as I said, IPE, I teach corporate finance kind of a thing. Now we have around 540 students, and all the 540 students go take that course, but 9 different faculty members teach. Each faculty is a different and teaching and all. Now every time in a question paper, if I get an opportunity to set a question paper, 1 or 2 questions I twist, which is not taught in a classroom. Now, I talked to all the 9 faculty members, find out what they taught. I didn't ask what they didn't teach. I asked what they taught. Then after that, then okay, these are the things which they taught. Now we will give a surprise there. Because end-term examination paper comes from outside. We don't know how the outside person is going to give the paper. So to make people ready for that, we use a GANs. Now, similarly, as currently I am working on some assessment tool, which also works on this. Like suppose GMAT exam is there, or your what you call as a mains exam is there, or advanced is there. All these exams have a same pattern. People learn in the same way. Go Narayana Chaitanya has huge data bank, and they train all the people, everything. But surprisingly, when the students go there, they don't go to score, because there the question paper pattern will be something different. They are not ready for that. Now I'm building one model which actually talks about how is that you create surprises for the students, a gamification kind of a thing. I'll demonstrate that for you. Now finally, you have a transformers. That is a GPTs. Now we all know GPTs. For every small thing we use a GPT. You want a teaching note? Okay, go for a GPT. You want a notes? You use GPT. For every reason we are using GPT, and students are also using a GPT more than us. More than our researchers, more than our faculty members, students are using. Now this is another challenge which I encounter. I always want that in a class, even if it is a AI, as a teacher, I should know more than my students. Then only my students will listen to me. Otherwise, they'll take me for right. Sir ko kuch pata nahi hai, chalo, we'll tell whatever it is. No, we'll do. And I'll give an assignments. I'll ask the students to do assignments using AI. I don't say not to use AI. Use AI and come back. And when they present there, then based on that presentations, I'll say, you use your GPT, na? You use your Claude here, you use your Gemini, you use Perplexity and all. They get surprised. Why? I say, sir, boss, for every one assignment or anything which I do, I take a 10 different GPTs and run the same thing. Because it is a free, all the 10 are free, then why should I worry about? No, you give a same prompt to the 10, identify what kind of answers it is giving. So they have a same pattern. Every time they give the answer in a same pattern or same follow. So learning and using AI is in the sense by all these things, it's very helpful. And when you encourage your students to do that, you will also learn more about that. You will be knowing more about it. And you will also know, in using AI also, how many of your students are good. Everyone says, I am using AI. If I ask you here, everyone says, I am using AI. But using AI is not the thing. How many of you use the AI its best? That's what is important. So that also help in the sense giving assignments related to AI and also will help you to get inputs or data from your students, and you can make a decisions. All right. Now, practical applications of artificial intelligence, and where mostly these are run with the data and all. One is like system tracking student responses and dynamically adjust content differently, pace and formats. Normally in YouTube and all, you don't have this dynamism where you say that you open a video, it goes on its own speed. But you can have an option of increasing or decreasing the speed, that you can do. But now adaptive learning thinks if you embed ANN, RNN into it, and when you are sitting in front of your laptop or computer, turning on your cam and learning the content, in the back end, the model will try to adjust your speed, your pace of a learning. So Byju's, Khan Academy and Coursera, all these are using that. Then intelligent tutoring, conversational AI tutors that answer questions, explain concepts, and guide a problem solving 24/7. Coming over ChatGPT, Copilot, these are all. Now, when you are interacting with an AI, how many of you give a role to the AI and chat with it? Role to the AI and chat. Because it's saying that a question and answer, role. Now, whenever I use an AI, first I'll tell to the AI that you are a professor of artificial intelligence, I am your student, now teach me course. Then I'll also give one more prompt to it saying that before telling anything, first ask me the questions, then accordingly you teach. So every time my AI starts conversation, it asks me, okay, what is that you want to learn today? So in this, what is the core topic that you want to learn? So likewise, it asks me the questions. After I giving you inputs of a 5, 10, then it starts teaching me. Then any new thing is there, I'll ask. So I am using an artificial intelligence as my teacher. Instead of going for a coaching centers here and there, so this AI, any AI cloud or all these things, I'm using them as my teachers, and 10 teachers to teach one subject. So this will give one answer, that will give one answer. So that is your help of your transformers. When you have a transformers, use your transformers like a GPTs and all for that. Then learning analytics, artificial neural networks and long short-term memory models, dashboard surfaces, then quiz scores, predict at risk students, then Moodle analytics, so on and so forth. Canva is there. Canva, how many of you use Canva? Canva is a digital tool. People think that it's a digital tool, but today Canva is an AI. You can run multiple applications using a Canva. Then automated assessments of the students, then research acceleration, accessibility and inclusion. These are the multiple purposes for which we can use AI. Now, how AI enhances your students' learning? One is your data collection, clicks, time on task, quiz attempts, LMS logs, all these things. In the sense how normally, historically, we come across saying that students who attend the classes regularly will perform good in examinations. This kind of hypothesis that we make. But for anything, any decision that you have to make, you need to have a data. So for the data, your AI will help you with data collection, then pattern recognitions, how they are working, what is the problem with them, who is learning fast, who is learning slow, all those things. Then content adaptions, then feedback loop and faculty dashboards. Now what is that? The advantage is that if you do an early intervention into the programs, then the dropout rates will be minimal. So courses, as I said, a course you put on a, then you need to assess it, where exactly it is happening, and you improve your scores, then the dropout rates will decrease. Then concept mastery will increase, students will learn more, and students' engagement will also increase, whether it is an online course or an offline course. If you are using AI into your class, we can see that students' engagement will increase. So auto grading and essay scorings. You give an assignment to the students, write it in 1,000 words and submit it. They write and they submit it. And one assignment is fine. If 60 students are there, 60 students, 60 pages, and each is into 500 words, it is very difficult. Scan all those documents, put it into any transformer, then get it. Now the question comes is whether this go for a plagiarism or content is there. Now, normally when you are using artificial intelligence tool, every data that you give an input to it, it goes to the cloud. It goes to the cloud. But alternatively, there are tools like GPT for all or OLLMA or Notebook LM. These are the tools which actually you can install them onto your computer, and any data that you give to it, it will not go to the cloud. It will be there only in your computer. So when I'm grading my students' assessments, I use that GPT for all and upload the content of the students here, and I'll get the result here itself. So my student assignment, whatever it is there, they submitted to me, it will not go to the cloud. It will not go to online. So we are protecting it, that's one. And second is, in some cases, we have a sensitive data. Like the other day we were training Punjab National Bank. So they said that, sir, our bank data is very critical and very we need to protect the data. Then if you use any AI tools like this, data goes, then we said that you can use a OLLMA. OLLMA is a tool which can download and use it. So any large volume of data you run it, it just works as a hard disk in your computer. So that we can do. And formative assessments we can do, and academic integrity, like AI tools now, plagiar check and all, Meta is doing, Copilot is doing, and even Turnitin, all these are the tools which are doing AI, in the sense plagiarism and competency-based progressions. Now the role of a faculty in empowered classroom is that earlier, our current role of faculty is an information deliverer. So you prepare something, you come to the class and deliver it. But now with the AI, you can make it as a learning, designing and a curator. So you make your learning or design a course structure, content, whichever it is there, and help the students. Now it is a routine grade task. Now assess of a complex thinking. And when you are talking about a complex thinking assessments and all, I said, Now, all these AI tools, they captured and they restored every textbook which is available on the earth. Now, the other day I gave an assignment to students, they gave it and they solved, then the AI gave the answer, and it was saying that my answer is different from the textbook answer. The student asked me, sir, why? I said, AI already have this textbook with it. Now, normally teachers who are working earlier days, not before AI and all, we used to have a textbook. Along with the textbook, there is a teaching note or kind of a thing, where faculty resource. So publisher McGraw-Hill or Tata McGraw-Hill, Prentice, all this, they used to come. They used to give a sample copy of the textbook. Along with the sample copy, then teaching note copy also, where all numerical problems has been solved there. Now, there was a library Genesis. I guess many of you know that it was been banned now. It uploaded all the textbooks and teaching notes also. Now, AI tools captured all the data. Now, any textbook you are there, problem numericals are there, AI is using that data and solving it. So, in the sense, all the data, textbook, everything is there. Now, what is it you have to make your students to learn or sit in interesting is, you have to give a challenging assignments for them, a complex thinking processes. Then one size fits for all, no personalized intervention as a specialist you have to do. Then research lone wolf or AI augmented research collaborators. Earlier we say that, okay, I make an assumption about a student, faculty, class, fine. But when it comes to the individual assessments, no statistical methods are there. Now you can use the AI for that. Then you have reactive students fail behind, proactively encourage students. In the sense, before students lose everything, you make an assessment, try to understand the students, then make it. Now just this is, take a note, whenever you have a time to do it, you can do. Try GPT for your next lecture, outline or reading list, explore elicit for literature review. These are the just things that if you have a plan to master the AI. But now, yeah, what I do is, yeah, as I said, I show you some demonstration. This is, right now, I am working on a synthetic data for this. A future plan is that I want to embed our whatever the video capturing that is happening in my class in a college, that should go back, and we are developing one CNN neural network model, which reads and understands the facial expressions of the students and categorize students on these parameters. Like one is students' attention level, student engagement, curiosity, boredom, positive emotion, frustration, participatory tendency, and their MCQ scores. Now, if I look at this class, we have all these category students present here. Somebody is attentive, somebody is engaged in the sense making a conversation, making eye contact, asking, nodding here and there. That is, somebody are confused why this guy is teaching all this to me and all. And then some is feeling boredom, now 5:30. Then some positive emotions, oh, we are learning something and all. Frustration, now these are all the expressions. As a teacher, as a person who is standing there, I look at you, I can make that. All right? Now, is this your participation in this expressions and all? Let us say if I give an assignment at the end of my class, how your performance will be. That's what I want to test. In the sense, that's a model which I am building now. Because some time back we had an argument that AI will never replace a teacher because teacher understands the facial expressions of the students and so and so, so and so. Those days are gone. Now AI can understand better than us. So looking at this, we built a model. These are the 10 questions. Now, as I said, using GANs, I generated the data. All right, generated the data, that is generative adversarial networks, asked it to generate a synthetic data because my class size is 50, 60, and on an average 50, 55 students come to the class. So I asked it to generate data for 60 students, and each student facial expressions are captured. All right, let us say they are students, some are attentive, and this is measured on a scale of 1 to 5. You don't need to tell. Now you may ask a question, how is that the AI will understand my expression? No, everyone, when we are happy, we smile. We are sad, we like that. When we are sulk, we put her. When we are bored, we put her. So these are the expressions, hundreds and thousands of expressions. The AI tool, the convolutional neural network tools, are trained in such a way that one simple expression thousands of images are being uploaded there. Thousands of millions of images are uploaded. So for AI, it is very easy to understand your facial expression. It is not a big challenge. Who is bored, who is happy, who is engaging, who is nodding face. And again, I am telling you, this is not a new thing, new technology. As I said, when I was studying my MBA program, there in itself, all the supermarkets used to have a camera, CCTV cameras. And when a customer comes into the store, and how much of a time customer is spending at one product, and based on that, we used to predict that whether the customer will buy that product or not. The same technology here, but the thing is, it's a volume. Now, all this is there. Then, based on that, a regression, the model runs a regression, saying that, okay, attention, engagement, curiosity are positively related. Then confusion, boredom is negatively related, frustration is negatively related, and PAR, participation tendency, positive emotions are also positively related. Among these, negative values, in the sense negative feelings of individuals or expressions like a boredom or confusion, frustration are highly negative. All right, minus 1.39 and all are statistically significant at 0.1%. So it's significant level statistics. So with this, we can say that we can come with some conclusion saying that students who are feeling bored, confused, or frustrated in a class, their performance in end of the class quiz is low. Students who are actively participating, actively listening, participating, positive, all these things, paying attention and all, their score is high. This I am talking about formative assessment immediately end of the class, not after 1 day or 2 days. So in today's class, you are attending my class today. Now at the end of this class, how much you learned, that is what I want. I don't want that at the end of the semester or end of the month or any other time. Just at the end of the day, I want. Now we made this. Now this is one set. Then slowly if we move this into more, then I tabulated this into two sets of arguments. One is a positive behavior of the students or positive emotions or feelings. Second is a negative emotions. Now from there, we look at a positive emotions. Now you can see that the roll numbers. Roll number 1, 4, 10, 14, 16, 54. These students are very positive. Now in a class, if I can say that here all positive, there are two girls who are sitting there playing with their mobile phone, they have a negative tendency. That I can make easily. But AI can also do that. Now, if you look at these two and run a correlation, if you see that any student who is scoring a positive, their quiz score is also high. And simple correlation, so 52% of a correlation is there. In the sense, people who are attentive to a class, then their end of the class score is 52. This is high. Now, point is that we can look at these students also. What are their scores and all. In the sense, these are the top scorers. Similarly, we have a negative score. Now here are the roll numbers. Roll number 6, 14, 28, 56, 46, these roll numbers. Their negative score and this quiz score is also low. Now, we can call the student. Say let us take some example. Roll number 56 is there. His quiz score is 3. I can personally call the student and ask him why you are not interested in this class. You are there sitting in a class for the 50 minutes, but why you are not interested, why you got bored, why you are got confused. And that with that personal interaction with the students, I can know why or in which part I am not able to explain to the student clearly. Now you can give a personalized guidance to the students. This may appear to be challenging, but how much see once the model is ready, assessment can be done within 5 minutes. You don't need to do a lot of logarithms, nothing is required. Once AI is embedded, everything is done. It will give you the entire output, all these charts, everything is generated by AI only. Nothing, not even a single calculation done by me. AI captured the data, AI run it analysis, AI shown it, AI identified this and flagged the people who are the best students, who are very into Arjunas, who are Arjunas are there, who are non-Arjunas. People who are not paying any attention, to common men like us. Now easily you can pick the students, talk to them. It is not that the student performance in this quiz, end of the class quiz, is not just because you are not good, teaching good. Maybe he is not able to understand it. He may be feeling bored, or he has some other things in mind, or he knows this topic and did not pay any attention to it. So it may be any think. So when you are playing with the data, this I embedded two things here. One is a CNN and second, only CNN, mostly CNNs and LSTM. We are trying to understand. Based on the facial expressions of the students, we can run this analysis. This is one. Then I'll show you one more. And actually, I have been asked to take this session in a very short notice. And Kavita ma'am was from the past 2 days, she was saying, sir, PPT Vampiyandi, sir, PPT, ma'am, Pampistanu. Because I'm not sure what exactly to teach here, because I don't know audiences. And when you're talking about data-driven AI education and all, lot of things to be done. So to generate these examples, this material, all this, it took a time. Sorry, ma'am, for that. So then today morning, early in the morning, I sent her, Ammaya, అయిపోయింది ఇంకా మేడం దగ్గర నుంచి మళ్ళీ నాకు కాల్ రాదు ఈవినింగ్ దాకా రిలాక్స్గా ఉండొచ్చు బికాస్ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ కమింగ్ దేర్ సో యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద పవర్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ సింప్లీ నాట్ దట్ ఓకే చాట్ జీపీటీ is there, we can do anything from చాట్ జీపీటీ. No, we have to learn the things, we have to see. That's a one. And this is the second one. So this took a large data. Let us say, for example, in my class it's a fine, but my director, take for example of my director, he has to monitor 540 students. All right, performance of the 540 students. Or take for example here Naresh Reddy sir, my best friend. Naresh Reddy sir, if he has to monitor thousands and lakhs of students in Osmania University who are performing, how is that he can look at which individual from which college is not performing well, not performing good? Now this is another model. We took a sample of around 400 samples, synthetic data. Now we try to link between attendance percentage, study hours per week, LMS logins, and number of quiz attempts, assignment scores, internal assessment, summative score, and what is the GPA, dropout level, predicting of a dropout level. Now if you look at this, it is a simple regression. It is a simple regression or multiple regression. See, not a simple linear regression, multiple linear regression. But the analysis that RNNs do is, in a multiple regressions, they built a model on a multiple times. So they build a model, test its accuracy, go back and again read it. Finally, that's how they built a model. Now the accuracy, the prediction levels will be high. Normal Excel, normal Stat or normal SPSS will give you a basic output. RNNs will give you more advanced outputs, where the probability of a success will be high. Now based on this, in the students, we can categorize them who is going to drop out, who is going to be there with our course. Or we can also look at how is that their performance in assessments. Now a cross-order correlation has been run saying that student attendance percentage and internal assessment and summative assessment. If attendance is high, then summative assessment score is also high. Assessment is low, summative assessment is also low. Similarly, number of hours the student studies. So these all the factors that we can experiment. Using an AI, we can take all these students. Now I have 56 students in my class. So daily class attendance I will take their C1, C2, C3, mid-examinations, end-term examinations, placement package, how much they are getting. And we will see the trends. There is a correlations all the time. So students who are very studious, learning the things, they are. And we may also come across with certain students who are very regular to the class, performance is poor. We come across with such kind of students also. Attendance is high, performance is poor. Then we'll ask the question. These things happens especially in MBA program, in a subjects like, let us say we have in IP, for operations management, we have one faculty, senior most IIM, IIT retired person, very strict. Now in his class, attendance is always 90%. End result is only 20% of the students pass in the class. Now attendance is so much is there, why they are not able to pass? Then I, as a program head, I asked call the students and, sir, we are attending the classes because sir will not give attendance, sir will not give internal marks. Okay, when you are attending the classes, then why you are not able to score in a midterm examinations? Sir, operations research is beyond our head. So we try to, with very difficulty, we want to pass. That is also not happening. Now it is not a faculty problem, not a attendance problem. It is a learning ability of the individual. Now data tells you this story. Data tells you the story, and we can also see that students with engineering background performing in which subjects, students with accounting background performing in which subjects. All this can be done. Now, once as a teachers, we know these things, then we can make a wonders in the class. Simply going there, shouting at a student, you're not reading, you're not preparing, not giving a personal guidance and all, useless. Now, as you have data, you are sitting on large volume of a data, work on them. So this is again a website, and it works on multiple AI applications. All right. As I said, no experience, nothing with AI, but developed AI tools. So here one is, as I am teaching a corporate finance, I have put a calculators, just a calculator. Now multiple calculations are there. Students, once I teach a topic related to any of these, written calculator or investment decisions or any other thing, immediately I will give assignments to the students, ask them to use, do the calculation there, check their answer with this. I'll show you one simple example. Take for example, in corporate finance, one of the key concepts is the personal financing. And we all also interested in personal financing and all. So here is a calculator. In a numerical, we give a student saying that a customer borrowed or an individual borrowed 10 lakh loan and need to pay so much of amount, how much of amount to be paid on a monthly basis, so and so forth. So this AI, what it will do is, simply a student need to enter the value here. Let us say 12 lakhs is a loan borrowed. Then interest rate is 9.75%, 9.75%. And loan is for 6 years and monthly installment. Calculate amortization. I will simply calculate it. In the sense, students, we ask the students to do it. Now check with this calculation. Then once this calculation is done, detailed schedule is available here, and then print PDF loan amortization is ready. That means each and every concept that I'm teaching created AI tools for that. Now using these AI tools, students will experiment. They do the analysis and check. Now slowly what we are going to do is all these logins will be done using a student login. So we will come to know that which student has been completed the exercise and who is not completed the exercise. Right? This is one application, and another application I'll show you. Today we are all talking about a gamification. In the sense, educational system, instead of teaching a routine, teaching classes and all, you create games and all. So for that, we created a games, online games. All these are again run on a AI based. So suppose if I'm teaching a corporate finance course, so right now 3 games are available there. Finance course, Finance Guru, Junior Finance Guru and Advanced Finance Guru, 3 different levels of learning. Now students, once a course has been taught, for let us say one subject is taught for a certain time period. Now normally what we do is we conduct a multiple choice questions or assignment kind of a thing. But instead of that, I designed these AI tools. Let us say you have this FinGuru is a tool or a AI which the students can do it. And this is again using their logins. Now this has got a round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each round the student completes successfully. The student get a points and a badges. And the badges they need to display. And the score also. Now once this is done, the key features of this program. And here for demo I am showing this. But internally each and every of our student need to log in through their mail ID. Let us say I am Ramakrishna. Then I give my name, start playing. So AI will give a questions here. And you can see here the timer. For each question, the time set is 20 seconds. The student need to answer the questions. So if a goods worth 10,000 were destroyed by fire, insurance claim at 7,000, what is the loss? Let us say. Now it immediately tells I give a wrong answer. Right answer is this. Now next question, just we quickly move to the question. A minimum paid up capital of private limited company in India. No minimum capital I say. Again wrong question. Then full name of a KYC. Know your customer. Right answer. Then the headquarters of RBI, Mumbai. Right answer. Then the accounting equation, assets equals to liabilities plus capital. Right answer. Then business purchase machinery what depreciation 10% per annum. Depreciation for the first year 80,000. Wrong answer 8,000. Then full form of a TDS, tax deducted at source. Then double entry system was introduced by last one, okay. Then the blue chip company, well established company financials. The next, contingent liability, okay, done. Now the student won a medal, bronze beginner. Now the student can upload this. Then once the batch is downloaded, student can play the second round, third round, fourth round likewise. And every time they win these branches, I ask them to put it on their LinkedIn, social media and all, or show that to me. And important thing, as a person behind this, what I look at is not this calculation and all, but I look at how much time student is taking for answering each question. That's the one assessment I do. Second is, for what kind of a question the student is able to answer, what they are not able to answer. Difficulty level of a question, numerical questions, if they are able to answer or not, or theory questions they are answering numeric. So all this back end, all this data comes to me and assess each and every student and say that, okay, some student is very good at a theory but very poor in mathematical, numerical calculations. Some is very good at calculations of basic accounting, journal entries and all, but not in a income statement. So that all classifications we will get. Based on that, we train the students. Now this is gamification kind of a thing using AI. Now you may wonder, how is that I created? As I said, no, nothing is there. So there is a Canva where you can go there. Just you simply tell that what is that you want to do it. No coding, nothing is required. Now this tendency is called as vibe coding. New tendency in AI is called as a vibe coding. You don't need to write any coding, you need to write any language, anything. Just simply as you chat with an AI, you can answer in the same way, saying that vibe code. So AI Studio is there, just go there, you tell that I want to create a crossword puzzle or I want to create a game. It's at 3 different levels, so and so forth. Now generate a game for me, it will generate. It will give a link for you. Take that and put it to the student. No coding, you don't need to write a single syntax also. So the technology is called as a vibe coding. Now it is popular. That's the reason why all companies now saying that all the programmers you leave, you go home, we take only this. So this is, from my side. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'll take some time to answer your questions.
It's a very excellent, I think, talk you have given, lecture. But I never got bored listening to you. Even if you continue for some more time, I would have enjoyed listening to your talk.
Thank you very much,
okay,
sir.
Right?
Privileged.
The point is, I think you have looked into every aspect what AI can support today as far as education is concerned. Now I am thinking of whether how you bring it down, this AI in education, to from schools onwards.
Yeah.
Because if you start from the college or universities, then what about the students who are at the school level and they come to the college level, so they will not know about this, except that now many of the schools I have seen that they are also slowly introducing, at least inviting, maybe you will be going to some of the schools to give a talk. The question now comes is, how do you bring it down from the college universities to the school level?
Yeah.
So do you need to simplify this, what you have told now, or is it required that you teach the same thing what in a class of 2 hours what you have told?
Now, as I said, just I'll give you an example. My daughter is in 11th standard. Now and then I ask for anything topic of which, what is it you are using? She still says Google. I tease her, hey, still you are using Google, not AI. I say, Baba, AI is something different. No, AI can be done. Because there are many applications. Say suppose a mathematics student is there. Let's say I am I don't know mathematics. A plus B whole square need to be explained. In our schooling system, A plus B whole square is explained as A square plus B square plus 2AB. That's it. And we never taught what is the practical application of A square plus B square plus 2AB. Now with the AI, you can bring that practical applications. You can say that you can ask AI saying that this is A plus B plus whole square. What are the practical applications? How it can be used? And say suppose progressive mathematics is there, or simply let us take, for example, triangle, trigonometry, or all this. Triangles we are taught, but why and how and where to use a triangle we never taught. So AI can help that. There are many schools are coming up with these technologies where even some time back I delivered one lecture in St. Anne's. One faculty member asked me, sir, can AI explain me the blood pumping system, in the sense how is that the blood goes to the heart and comes and so and so. Then that time I was not prepared for that kind of a question. After coming back, I gone through with Google and asked whether, then there is a AI tools, image generators like a Vevo kind of a thing, where you can give a prompt saying that explain me the blood circulation process. It is generating a 30-second video example of that. So can be done. We can take that. So the way innovatively we want, we can do it, sir. Yeah.
You mentioned an aspect about using cameras to record the expressions of the students.
Yes.
Is it with the knowledge of the students? Like, do they know that they are getting recorded, or?
No, they know because the camera is embedded in front of them.
If in case they know they are getting recorded, there is a chance that they might fake the expressions, so the data might go wrong.
Exactly.
Then how can you cope up with that?
Exactly. But for how many minutes we can be a fake? See, in a class, just I'll give you an example. One faculty is teaching. To gain attention of the faculty, initially students will pay attention like this. For 1 minute, 2 minutes. Once the faculty knows it, okay, this is thereafter, relax, outside relax. So no one can pretend for 75 minutes. We can't control our emotions for 75 minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes is okay, but no. Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
all
sir.
these are completely captured and they are told. And additionally, what all the things which are capturing in our IPE campus, that those videos are available to the students for entire semester. They can watch their videos, they can absorb it, all those things they can.
Now I request Banu Prakash and BSD Raja sir from EMRC OU to facilitate the Ramakrishna sir.